Tan Books presents Surprised by Truth. 11 Converts Give the Biblical and Historical Reasons for Becoming Catholic by Patrick Madrid, with a foreword by Scott Hahn. Read for you by Kevin Gallagher, Hugh Harper, Kevin O'Brien, Mike Romano, C. Mitchell Shaw, Lisa Shaw, and Kevin F. Spalding.
Forward. The practice of telling the story of one's conversion has been around as long as Christianity has. Since Paul's testimony in Galatians chapter 2 of his experience with Christ on the road to Damascus, to Augustine's confessions, to our own day, thousands have recounted their journey to Christ and his church. Yet we seem always to be asking for more. So, what made you decide to become Catholic? Is a question I never tire of asking. And from every convert, I hear a different story. None of the conversion testimonies you're about to read is like another. These people come from different backgrounds. They're scholars, pastors, teachers, preachers, and writers. They have different personalities. They followed different roads to Rome. Yet the title of this book, Surprised by Truth, sums up every one of these stories, because each relates to the earnest quests of persons seeking the whole truth about Christ, and each describes the surprise discovery that the truth of Christ, in Scripture, history, and logic, lies in the Catholic Church. When C.S. Lewis wrote of his personal passage from atheism to Christianity, the title, Surprised by Joy, reflected his emotion at finding himself a Christian. As he mentions in the preface of that book, he wrote his conversion testimony partly in response to the frequent experience of people asking him his reasons for converting. They'd listen and then say, "What? Have you felt that too? I always thought I was the only one." As I read this book you now hold, I kept having the same sense of what? You too? I've often thought of my own journey to Rome as a mystery story, a horror story, and a love story. Sometimes being surprised by truth is initially being horrified by truth. The Catholic Church has the truth? The fullness of the truth? Confronting this fact is a gut-wrenching agony for staunch Bible-based evangelical Protestants who've thought and taught largely because of misunderstandings and prejudice.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?